670 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, time for Ocala Magazine Radio, OM Radio in short. Philip Classman is in the studio along with Melissa Deskovic and Joshua Jacobs, and they have a guest. Looks like we're going to hear some music. Is that Bennie? Bennie Munnerlyn. Good morning to everybody. Thank you all for coming in.
Good morning to you, Larry. How are you?
You look all good. Everybody looks good. And
happy Friday to you.
How come our musicians so far away?
We were wondering where you wanted him.
And you know,
we can bring him over here.
We do have a drum over there if anybody wants to accompany him. Although it might ruin
We do have
everything.
him mic'd up, though. That's a good news.
I could play the drums, but it would totally mess everything up. He would tell me to stop.
So how is everybody doing? How you doing, Philip? I'll start with you.
Very well. We're doing really good. The magazine is out as of today. We're waiting for it to be delivered right now, and we're going to get it out today. So we're happy about that.
So when the magazine is out, that's a good thing. When the electricity is out, that's a bad thing.
Exactly.
That is for sure. We try to cut back on that one.
And how you two doing? How you look good with the hair? I like that.
Thank you. I went a little different.
You changed the color a lot?
Yeah, it was pink. It was like his shirt, but now it's blue.
Okay.
I know. People get used to things, so then I just got to change it up.
Yeah, we've had the official kickoff of the Men in Pink as of October 1st, so I'm wearing my official Men in Pink shirt
It
today.
looks good on you, too.
Thank you.
You're a good-looking guy.
I've been wearing a lot of pink.
Should be an
thank you
actor.
for that. You know what? I heard that before.
And Joshua, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
How's your music going?
It is going fantastic.
Do you guys ever play together, the two of you?
We have not. No.
No.
That's something we need to facilitate
show
that.
us off
Not yet.
very, very quickly.
So you guys did an article on Bennie Munnerlyn.
Yes.
Who wants to tell me about Bennie before we say hello to him?
Well, I'll let Melissa take the lead.
I actually heard about Bennie through a friend for probably for the last 2 or 3 years. She is a huge fan, very big fan. Her name is Angie, so I have to give her a little bit of a shout out there.
Okay, all right.
She introduced me to him, and he's such an amazing musician. And our platform with the music scene stuff that we do in Ocala Magazine is to help promote local musicians. Give them a voice and give them just another platform
It's
for
a
their
nice
music.
thing you do, yeah.
So we try to be nice.
Does your website include audio? Like, could you hear him?
We are. We're actually going to audio and video, so we're going to
nice.
be posting a lot. There's a lot coming in the next month.
Yeah, we have a lot of new developments, and we don't want to spoil it all,
Yeah,
but
no.
we are turned and changed into a media company. Our new media company is called the OMG, which is Ovation Media Group.
There you go.
And from that, we've got a new platform that we'll be launching, and we also have a new magazine that will be coming out.
Really?
That'll be a spin-off of the OM. It'll be in the villages. It will be the VM.
The VM.
The VM, that's
Okay.
correct.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
I'm not so sure. Josh, you're chuckling a little bit. I'm not sure.
I like the. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Who doesn't like the Villages magazine?
I love the villages.
I
We
Yeah.
love
What?
the villages.
We all love the village. It's the number one community in the world and the largest community in the world.
Plus, they have good pretzels.
They have great
I have yet to
beer
have their
and
pretzel.
In the world of beer.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
they-
Oh, you know
Yeah,
what I'm talking
a friend of
about?
mine works
Yeah.
Big on a hanger.
You know, right? You guys, you got to try the pretzels.
Well, they're smart if they give you pretzels in the world of beer because you're going to drink a
They're
lot
going to get
more
thirsty
beer.
and then drink more beer. Yeah.
So let's say hi to Bennie. I got the. Why you're so far down there? Oh my gosh.
We can switch.
We need a zoom lens.
Let's switch.
How's he
We
going to
just-
play?
Well, he'll walk back over and play.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Amazing legs.
That's
I'm like, wait a minute, he's got some long arms.
That's a good idea. So
Hello, Benny. How are
Hello,
you?
I'm doing
Welcome
well,
to
thank
OM Radio.
nice to meet you,
thank you.
Bennie.
Thanks.
Are you a native Ocalan?
I am actually. I grew up on the north end of the county in Citra.
Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's a nice area.
Yeah, I like Citra.
So when did the music bug bite you?
Oh my gosh, I was super young. My parents bought me like this small little Casio keyboard, and I just started learning to play on my own. And singing has always been in my family as well. My mother was a singer, and her family, there was a family band, so they all played
nice.
like all these instruments. So it's just I grew up around it. So
Did
I had no
your
choice.
mother sing at the church?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
my mother
'cause-
was she was the choir director at the church.
Yeah,
The
A
children's
lot of
choir
music
director.
starts in churches. A lot of musicians will say, "I started out in church," and sing,
Well,
right?
you know, it's
Definitely
got
got
the
my
roots of the gospel in there. You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So do you know? Do you remember, or did anybody tell you that you actually asked for that keyboard you just described?
I probably did. I don't remember, actually.
He was 8, right? Or?
I was super young. I was probably like 5 or 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what I remember about the Casio was that you could set the little drummer machine. Yes. Did you like that, or did you not like that?
I know, I love that. Like, I would always find the different beats and just kind of fool around and make like...
Can you imitate it with your voice?
Like a...
Yep, that... Was it battery or a plug-in?
It was a plug-in, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when you had that and the battery started dying, that little sound became really thin.
Yeah, actually, it's both.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever used just exclusively batteries. But yeah, you're right. It would fade like...
So how did that become what you are today?
Oh my gosh, I guess it's just an evolution over time. Like I said, my mom was the choir director, and I kind of started out playing for the children's choir, and then I started playing for other churches, and then in high school there was a gospel choir, I played for them, and even in college I played more, and it just kind of evolved from there.
When you started playing, were you doing just more playing the keyboards, or were you singing too at that point? Or
I was
did
doing
that
more
come later?
I was doing more singing. I actually consider myself a singer who can play as opposed to like a keyboardist who sings a little. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was more that. But then I kind of started experimenting with the drums as well, and a little bit with the guitar, and yeah, but it was always more singing than anything else.
So did the music take a different life as you became adolescent? Was it a chick magnet, or was it? Well,
That's a given, Larry. That's like in geometry.
Or was it like a way to earn a living, or both, or you know what I mean?
I mean, it was a little bit of all of that. Of course, you know, it comes with a lot of attention. I'm actually a person who doesn't like attention. Believe it or not, I'm actually really shy, but I can put on this persona, and music actually helps me put on the persona because I'm really confident in music. So like, that can help me put on this.
Oh, really?
persona to handle all of the attention, exactly. And then yeah, it became a way to make some extra money as well. So
sure, why not?
Exactly. Why not get paid to do something that you absolutely love to do?
Yeah.
You know, they teach you in acting school when you're working on your craft. A lot of actors, you know, you might see them and you get a view of their persona, but a lot of actors are like that. They're shy or more introverted, and they have to really work on their craft to be able to, you know, do it properly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm very shy, and no one ever believes me, but I just know how to present this larger than life person at times when I have to.
See, I think the reason I was asking about the other things that influence a person to want to do something for a career is because when we were little children, it's all about the thing. It's all about singing or dancing or art or whatever it is. We couldn't care less about chick magnets or earning money. We just liked doing it, right? But then later on, as you get older, you say, oh my gosh, that guy's famous. Famous looks fun, you know? and all of a sudden, fame becomes a driving force, or money becomes a driving force. And sometimes it helps, and sometimes it gets in the way.
Yeah. With me, it was never really about trying to become famous. It was just about the love of the music. Music is very therapeutic, and I mean, I can release so much through music, so that's really what it is more for me, as opposed to a way to become famous. I do not. I prefer to stay behind the scenes. Even when I did, because I've done some professional things when I lived in Chicago, and even then, I would prefer to be in the back as opposed to in the front.
And that's one of the genuine things about you, is that you can serve as a role model to children who are shy or who are feeling like they're being bullied and they're not, and they feel useless, that if they do have some kind of interest they can pursue that interest, come out of their shell, and just
kind of
have a
break
better
through it.
life.
Exactly.
Do you still play at the church with your mother?
Oh yes, I'm full. Well, not with my mother, but I'm full time at a church right now.
Is she still the choir director?
No, not anymore. My mom actually passed away a couple of years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. But yeah, no, I play for this church. It's called Liberty Chapel. Pastor Perry is Charles Perry is the pastor, and I'm there full time, so I'm pretty much over all of the music there.
And that's in Citra?
It's in, well, the address says Reddick, but I think it's Fairfield. It's in that area.
Okay.
So we're going to hear some music.
Yeah.
So now we have to ask you to switch chairs.
Okay.
The camera won't be able to...
It makes sense that this is musical chairs.
And Joshua, are you playing guitar? I see a guitar over there.
No, I just gave it to him just in case.
We always have a backup, Larry. We're very prepared here at OM.
Oh, are you playing both instruments, Ben?
I was going to, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, great.
I've been listening a long time. I think I'll be fine. I'm just gonna be sliding down. This song is called, I actually alluded to the song, the first question in the interview. It's called Love Myself. Well, it's called Love Myself. And I was in college, and it seems like everything was just going bad, and I don't know. So I just kind of sat down one day, and I kind of picked up a guitar, not really knowing how to play, and I just kind of like started doing stuff, and I was like, oh, that makes sense, and I just kind of turned it into a song. So that's what I'm gonna do first.
My man.
It says, there was a time when I did not have much self-esteem, ooh, until I
Wow. What happened there?
there's more to me than what I could see. I have a smile just like the sun. I have friends and family. I have unlimited potential to be whatever I want to be. If I love myself, be happy with what I've got. I've got to love myself and be myself, no one else. I've got to be happy with me, just love myself and be myself, no one else. Sometimes people will try to make you feel like you're not worth a dime. It's during those times you must remind yourself all that you have inside. You have a smile just like the sun. You have friends and family. You have unlimited potential to be whatever you want to be. If you love yourself, be happy with what you've got. You've got to love yourself and be yourself, no one else. You've got to be happy with you. Just love yourself and be yourself, no one else. We are all God's creation, created for His glory. We each have our own ideas and our own stories. Just think what we could accomplish if I love you and you love me. Unlimited potential to be whatever we want to be. If we love ourselves, be yourselves, be happy with what we've got. We've got to love ourselves and be ourselves, no one else. We've got to be happy with us. Just love ourselves and be ourselves, no one else. You've got to love yourself and be yourself, no one else. You have got to be happy with you. I love myself and I will be myself, no one else. If I don't love myself, who else will? If you don't love yourself, who else will? If we don't love ourselves, who else will?
Great message. Great message. You've got
Nice, Benny.
great voice control. I hear a little Stevie Wonder in there. Are you influenced by Stevie Wonder at all?
What I was thinking.
Yeah,
A little
I'm
pop.
actually going to sing a Stevie Wonder song.
Are you? Okay. All right. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Great message, by the way. Just to
Thank
like
you.
that message.
Absolutely, very
Thank you,
inspiring.
thank you. Okay, let's turn this back on. This is just one of my favorite Stevie songs that I'm just going to do. I'm sure everybody knows it.
As the Milky Way, my Cherie, more pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. How I wish that you were mine. In a cafe, or sometimes on a crowded street, I've been near you, but you haven't noticed me. My Cherie, more, won't you tell me how could you ignore that behind that little smile I wore? How I wish that you were mine. La 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 la. And maybe someday you'll see my face amongst the crowd, and maybe someday I'll share your little distant cloud. Oh, Cherie, more pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. How I wish that you were mine.
Nice. Very nice. Took me back to 15 years old. Wow.
That's popping.
I was one of I bought that single and I wore it out. Literally, you could see where the needle had. This is I'm showing my age, right? But I remember that played so much.
I was about to say, what year was that, Larry?
Yeah, that was probably '69. I don't know when that
Really?
came out. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you know, that was a good year.
Yeah, it was.
I wasn't born, but
But I can remember that record just being worn out from on that side. I don't know what the other side was, but that side was my Cherie Moore. And Robin knows that's true, right? 'Cause
Exactly.
I've said that many
I did
times.
the same thing, sure, with the 45s, and that was a beautiful song.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But you
I don't have that, but I wish I did. You know, I would like to have an old record.
I don't have it anymore.
So a lot of people do.
Kinda wish I did, yeah.
I think I should go out and get one.
You need
on that
to.
note.
How do you
I have
select the
them.
venues that you perform at?
Well, it depends on what I'm doing. Because I sing with several bands. I sing with a jazz band in Tampa, and they have a business manager, and they just kind of select the venues. I sing with another band, a cover band in Gainesville called Showtime, and there's the business manager as well. But when it's just me doing things on my own, it's just as people request things, I say yes, I can, or no, I can. It's not like some sort of special way that I just I don't choose the place usually. It usually chooses me.
So your genres from R&B to jazz
To pop to I'm a really big, people don't believe this, but I'm a really big fan of dance music and like
Oh, really?
like I would love to do something
You play
like
dance
that.
music or hip hop?
With the Casio drum machine, you do.
I mean, put me in a studio with some, equipment, and I can create a track or something like that. Yeah, that.
We have a studio right here.
That's a whole different world, isn't
It's
it?
a completely
Joshua knows that world too.
Yes.
Yeah, it is a different animal live from studio.
Oh, yeah,
but they're both just as rewarding for you. I'm
yeah.
assuming. Yeah.
Singing is what I love to do live. Now, in terms of like music production, that I'll do that in the studio. But like just straight singing, that's my love.
So,
live.
do you ever accompany yourself with the tracks that you've produced?
I have a few times. I haven't in a while, to be honest. But sometimes I have. A few times, like not when I lived here. Since I did a lot more music when I lived in Chicago. Since moving back here, it was more of I was taking care of my family, and now that's kind of done. So I'm kind of getting myself back out into the scene. Exactly.
You moved.
I figured all.
Well, I know you've lived here all your life, but I mean, it's a good area right now for music in general, especially with what Ocala Magazine is doing, because it really does open up a lot and expose the rest of us to a lot of what's going on. Because bottom line is, we're just looking for someplace to go and enjoy the evening, and if you got good food and good music, there's nothing else you need.
You win, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So where are you playing right now?
Just church right now.
Just church?
There's besides the band that I'm singing in, but we do a lot of private events, to be honest. So there's nothing really open that I would love to be a part of something. Now that I'm putting myself back out there. So.
Yeah.
We'll set it up.
Might have
We're gonna
something
set it up.
for you, Benny. On that note.
I definitely would love to be a part of something now
Nice thing to
that
send
I've made that
people
decision
to
to
Do we have another song?
back out
Do you
there.
have another song you can share with us?
Sure.
my page.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
I just want to apologize before, because when you hear the playback, you're going to hear that I had the mix horribly wrong at the very beginning of that.
Okay.
And for the listeners, that was me. That was not you. And
Exact thing.
nothing I can do about it. It's down like that. I just didn't know what was mic'd where. I wasn't a little bit clear. We didn't do a sound check, so.
True.
But anyway, so what's the next one? Well, you have a totally different
I have a
look.
song. I have a song that I love. It's a song by the Carpenters.
Really?
Close to You. It's kind of a different version, but it's the same song. It's why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near, just like me, they long to be close to you. And why do stars fall from the sky every time you walk by? Just like me, they long to be close to you. Says on the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled moon dust in your hair and grows of starlight in your eyes of blue. That is why all the boys in town follow you all around, just like me. They long to be close to you. Oh, on the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true.
So they sprinkled moon dust in your hair and raised the sunlight in your eyes of blue. And that is why all the boys in town follow you all around. They just like me, they long to be close to you. They just like me, they long to be close to you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's Bennie Munnerlyn, and he's in our studio live today playing for us. And do you know a quick connection? Burt Bacharach was in Ocala magazine years ago. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. I remember seeing his photo in there. Well, thank you again for bringing us
Thank
a
you
great
for
show,
having us.
everybody.
Larry, I just wanted to say one thing. It's Men of Pink, we're obviously sponsoring, but it's American Cancer Society, and we're asking anyone to donate $1 or $5 or whatever they can contribute. And at Ocala Magazine, our Facebook page, and they can donate there because there's just there's some neat facts, and we talked about this before, but 2,480 men last year got breast cancer, and a lot of people don't know that this is not only something that affects women, it's also men. And so and it's just a bad thing out there. So if anyone can come off their wallet, would be appreciated.
Yeah, every help. Bennie, before we say goodbye to you, what's your website or your contact information?
I'm on all the social media platforms. Just at my name, Bennie Munnerlyn.
Bennie Munnerlyn.
What's your number though, Bennie?
We'll get that after. We'll get that after.
Thank you, everybody. That was fun. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Larry.